Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to the WFO Racing League's Truck Series, which would be the Wednesday or Wicked Wednesday Truck Series shootout live here at Daytona International Speedway. We have $25 on the line tonight to the winner, so we should be up for some good racing. Got a nice field of drivers out there. Definitely looking forward to a good show. I'm going to look here and choose us a guest commentator for the race. I'm just going to have to pick one out here. All right, Matt, you got me?
Loud and clear.
I went ahead and pulled you up to the broadcast booth with me here, so you give us the in-race report,
All right.
and we are
We
live now. And I guess I need to put a link in for the broadcast here in Discord, so I'll get to that in a second. Pretty sure we're live. I don't know why that takes a minute to show up.
YouTube always works on the delay. One of the joys of
All right, we got it now. We're all set up. And we do have overlays tonight again, so that's kind of nice too.
good stuff. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it last night. I saw there were no overlays. I was like, "What's going on?"
Well, if you watch at the beginning of the session, there was, and they went away, and I tell you exactly what I did. I hadn't been playing around with none of that stuff or even messing much around with iRacing, so I was back in triple screen mode on my computer and doing racing. And when I do that, I do it in full screen mode. I don't use windowed mode. So last night I forgot to put it in windowed mode, and then went down from triple to one screen and set up the broadcast. And because I wasn't in windowed mode, as soon as I hit the enter button one time, the broadcast wouldn't pick up the overlays. It would just pick up the iRacing stream.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So we now are doing it right. We're back in windowed mode. And we got borderless, so we don't have to see the outside borders or anything like that. And I think I also upped the bit rate tonight, so we'll see if we can get a little more clarity on the broadcast.
Cool.
But I think everything should be fine. Definitely looking forward to watching another good race. Last night's race, about 13 or 14 drivers took the green, and they went green for a while. It was really a good race. Audi wound up with the win. Of course, the wrecks come later in the race, typical of Daytona.
Yeah, I look forward to racing tonight. That'll be really.
It's good to see you. Good to see you get out there and do a little bit of racing. I know it's kind of like we're reversing roles again, but it's fun. I enjoy getting in here and doing this stuff and just learning more about this side of it. It's about the only side on iRacing that I haven't paid a lot of attention to. So it's a good learning experience and it's a lot of fun. I get to
Yeah,
interact
for
with the
sure.
people on YouTube and stuff like that. I see we got viewers in here now. We're going to go ahead and do a driver of the day, I think. So
That's cool.
anyone watching the broadcast wants to start putting in their votes for the driver of the day. If you want to wait till we're into the race to see who the strong horse is or who your pick is, you can do that too. That's fine.
One thing, it's weird to be back here and not be getting ready to broadcast the season. I kind of just started thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not broadcasting this season. I'm like,
It's
you know,
weird. It's weird that Wednesday night rolls around and the truck series is getting fired up and I'm not in the truck. So
we're
there's
switching roles.
a lot of stuff that's switching around here, and I planned on taking a break this season anyway. So this gives me a chance not just to take a break, but to learn a part of this that I didn't know that well.
Yeah, the broadcasting is really fun. I really enjoy it. I enjoy racing too. So we'll see how this goes tonight. Watch this, I'll be out of it by like lap 2, I bet.
All right, we're taking a look at the field here. We'll take a look at our starting grid. Starting on the pole tonight, that 55 of Mark Love. Outside of him, starting second, it's going to be the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. Second row inside, third position, Garrett Robinson driving that 33. I know Garrett got in here a little bit late, but he is looking for that $25 win tonight. Outside of him is going to be Wesley Whitfield driving the 74 machine. Starting fifth, we're going to have the number 19 of Rick Reinert back. It's good to see Rick back for another season here at WFO. He's been with us since the first season. And starting sixth is going to be Nick Smith driving the number 7. Starting seventh, we're going to have Nick Gardner. It's really good to see Nick back. I know he works with a regular Craftsman truck team, so when Nick gets time to come over and race, he does some racing with us, and we're always happy to have him here. Starting eighth is going to be Alex Burks driving the number 5 truck. This is Alex's first start in a truck series. He ran his first start with WFO last night in the K&N car and did a really good job. Starting ninth, we're going to have the 44 of Robbie Otti. He's your last night's winner in the K&N series car. And outside of that, we're going to have our guest commentator in here tonight, the number 57 truck of Matt Egan. Starting 11th, we're going to have the number 14 of Jeff T. Martin. On the outside of him is going to be the number 4 of Charles Lahr. Then we're going to have Jake Schroeder in the 17 starting 13th. Outside of him, we'll have John Sanu in the 86. And Hal Amy, our regular admin, going to make a start in a truck series tonight here at Daytona starting 15th. Hal was strong last night in that K&N car, so it's going to be very interesting to watch him in the truck here tonight. Outside of him is going to be Nation 01, also known as Randy Souter or Chance Souter as he is on iRacing. But the 01 had a great run last night, so he's going to be one to watch out for. Then we're going to have the number 61 of Alan Piazza back for another season. Good to see Alan back. And Mr. Steve K. Blankenship driving that 8 truck. Starting 19th, we're going to have the 48 of Greg Rourke. He is a driver and a co-announcer up here, but tonight we're going to let him do some team racing, and we're going to keep Matt in the booth with us here. Starting 20th, we got Corey J. Waldman. Bringing up the rear of the field, driving the 88 truck, is David Moody. Moody was fast in practice, looked like he was holding a steady line, so Moody might be a truck to keep an eye on tonight.
Green, green, green.
And that's it. We are green flag at Daytona. Matt, how'd that truck feel in practice?
Felt good. I was running with a few different steering ratios, kind of trying to see what fit. I'm running with 10-1 and then +2 on the offset, something I really do like. It feels stable. We'll see how it gets throughout the run.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know 10-1 something that I very rarely ran down that low on the steering ratio just because it feels like it turns too quick for me. But a lot of guys like that on these bigger tracks because it takes a play out of the steering wheel that people complain about when you're center wheel down the straightaway.
Yeah, definitely. I find it lets me have a little bit more precise control of the steering wheel too, like, you know, exactly where I want this truck to be and stuff, and I like that, so I find it kind of, I wouldn't run 8-1 for the race, that would be way too twitchy, but this is like that kind of good balance.
Yeah, it looks like everybody right now is kind of just riding around, finding who they want to draft with, and nobody's really pushing it, so it's good to see the patience here at the start of this race.
That's for sure. That's going to be a big thing tonight, is just being calm and driving it smooth. You can see a little bit of squirreliness on this inside line. I think that's a 41 up ahead of me. That might have gotten a little bit loose there, but I mean, that just goes with Daytona.
Yeah, it's cool to be on other side of this and watch the trucks go around here. I've never seen it from this side.
Yeah, it's different. You don't have to worry about it as much. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to run my fuel strategy. I noticed we got a full tank of gas, which is going to be nice because I know I can make 40 laps depending on if I can save fuel.
Yeah, we've got 3 wide out here, or up towards the front here. And I think that's just a couple of guys testing to see what they can do, maybe learning for later in the run.
I might be testing too early, in my opinion. With 3 laps into this thing, I don't see the point in going 3 wide or really being over-aggressive right now, or maybe wait for about 40 laps in. That.
It looks like they got it 2x2 again. That outside line is trying to form and get something going. They haven't been successful so far, but there's 4 of them up there now, so they might start making a little bit of noise.
That's for sure. The outside. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I was going to say, the outside line at Daytona is one of my favorite things to watch. Not so much to run, because I don't like getting too close up to the wall. It's very interesting to see how it forms out. Usually I notice about 20 laps into a run, something like that, as tires start to wear on. That's when you start to see it come into play. But right around now, I mean, it's starting to...
Yeah, looking up front here, seeing Garrett Helmlinger in the lead. That don't surprise me. Garrett usually pretty strong on these plate tracks, and behind him, Garrett Robinson in that 33. I look for Garrett Robinson to be strong as well. The 2 Garretts. Yeah,
Garrett's always strong. I remember seeing him race. When he did race, he was always very quick, always up at the front. So yeah, definitely he's going to be one to compete with.
Yeah, Garrett Robinson, speaking of him, I mean, he come in last minute, so he didn't get a lot of practice in, but he's got that truck right where he needs to have it right now, sitting in that 2nd position.
Smoke doesn't qualify him, though. I was sitting 9th, and he turned a lap, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting 10th.
Starting inside the top 10 with this field's a pretty good accomplishment here, Matt. So I'd feel all right with it, especially on the plate tracks. I never qualified well on them, but I could definitely race good.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I mean, I watched these guys for 2 seasons. I know the caliber of drivers, some of the best on iRacing, so it's definitely very good to be in the top 10, especially with such a big field.
Yeah, and you bringing that up and just looking at this field and knowing these guys and how long we've raced together over here at WFO, you can see it in the racing. I mean, when you come to Daytona, we're 6 laps in, and these guys make it look like it's easy. And anyone that's been on iRacing and drive seats knows that it's not this easy. So.
Yeah, definitely, it's some good racing to watch. Definitely some good racing to be a part of right now. I'm trying to get a good side draft off this number 4 here, but I got no help from behind, so that's making it a difference.
Yeah, we're taking a look up here at this lead pack. I know we got a couple of guys kind of straggling around back there. Not sure if they just dropped off the draft on purpose or if something happened where they might have got drop out.
Well, I know 2 of those guys had that strategy in mind that they just want to ride around in the back for now, let everyone up at the front kind of do their own thing and see how it plays out. So definitely might be.
Yeah, they just don't want to find themselves too far behind too early with the way that it's going up here, because it looks like everybody's still pretty content riding in line, basically. Got 2 lines in the 4. Mark Love is pulling that 2nd line up to the leaders right now. He's working outside of Garrett Robinson. And Mark Love's driving the 55 truck tonight again. He's got that 7 of Nick Smith right on him, giving him a heck of a shove, too. So it's turning into a little bit of race for the lead-up.
Yeah, see, from your angle, everything looks calm. And I'm seeing right here in the middle of this pack, I'm watching the 74, the 44. It's a little bit sketchy right now.
Yeah, this side of it looks pretty calm. I see the 3 truck dip down every once in a while like he wants to take a look in the middle.
I think he's just trying to get some air. I'm hoping he's not going to go 3 wide, because then I'm going to be stuck up on the top, and that's going to be a little bit sketchy.
Well, I think the nice thing, and I've been seeing this a lot at plate tracks lately, but I'm not seeing it tonight, is the side drafting. It don't look like anybody's really side drafting that hard right now, which is good, and it'll be a better chance that it's going to go green for a while.
I don't know. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a wreck. I'm watching whoever that, light blue truck was in third place. He's a little bit all over right there through the travel. I thought we were gonna wreck for it.
Well, we got the white and the light blue, which is a 33 of Garrett Robinson, and then we got a like a gray truck out there in fourth, which is a 7 of Nick Smith. So
that's Garrett there on the inside. I know he's a great driver and all, but I think he might have gotten a little bit of a bump draft from that 74 or something like that, upset his truck a little.
I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with what the outside line's been able to do here. I mean, those guys got stacked up, and that 55 is going for the lead now.
And take a look at the 44 trying to go 3 wide there, and I'm 3 wide now.
And there's 3 wide. The 3 truck took it high to go 3 wide and got into the outside wall a little bit there. So back. Hopefully didn't damage that fender or anything and lose a draft here, because that's going to be really bad right now. We're 10 laps in.
I hope he didn't get too much damage. I saw Adi was trying to go 3 wide, trying to make that outside line work, and he got all shuffled around, and Hal wound up being on the top. Now he's trying to go in the middle. I don't know what this 44. 10 laps into this race, way too early for this kind of stuff, at least from my perspective. I don't know.
Take a look back there at the 3, because he may have got a little damage on there. He seems to be dropping back now. That's definitely not good there.
Well, is it damage, or is he dropping back because he's thinking, well, we're crazy up here. Maybe I'll go back and not get caught up in the wreck and get off with still having my back.
No, it's damage. I think he hurt that right front. He's not able to stay with the pack right now. His pace has dropped considerably.
Yeah, 10-4. I didn't notice if he did hit the wall or not, and we're 3 wide again up here, so that's a...
Taking a look at a whole second pack we got for him back here, so maybe Hal will fall back here to John Sanu and what the heck, who all do we got back there?
I think Greg might be back there.
John Sanu, we got Jones, Waldman, Roy, Nation, David Moody, they're all back here.
Hemlinger and Robinson, they just fell off the pace. I think that was on purpose though, because they said something over the radio and I didn't quite catch.
You think those two might be working a strategy, Matt?
Well, it seems likely they both went back at the exact same time. Unlikely that they would have made contact and had something go wrong, but it might be a strategy.
I find it pretty interesting that the two Garretts are working together here.
Well,
kind of like they're in some collusion.
What I find interesting is that you got 2 trucks trying to work together. I don't know how the 2-truck tandem works. I know Cup cars you can't do it anymore, and the Xfinity cars it's spotty. So with the trucks it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I hear that, but we definitely see some alliances forming out here. But part of that might be the front pack is just, they're kind of starting to go everywhere now. I just seen one of them down below the yellow line, and things look like they could be getting pretty interesting. Oh, he went below the apron there.
Yeah. That was like a lap truck or something. Alan did exactly what I wanted to do. I just didn't get good enough to run down the backstretch to do.
Yeah, it's almost like these drivers went up there and let them lap, and they just kind of shuffled their self back there. And I'm watching Jeff Martin and Robbie Otti doing battle right now. Jeff Martin drove that 14 to the inside. He's got a good run down there, and he's got about 3 other trucks.
He'll have good help from Alan Piazza. Alan's pretty good, and then he's got Nick Smith behind him, and Nick Gardner, of course, is very good. So he's got good help on his line.
Yeah, they're definitely, it's still side-by-side up there, but that 61 is giving that 14 one heck of a push. Yeah,
that he is. Wesley Whitfield doing a great job pushing Robert Otti. I watched Wesley on Thursday nights and Saturday nights, so I know he's a good. I think I've got who I got behind me. I think I have Rick Reinhardt coming up behind me, so that's nice.
Yeah, I'll take a look there, and it does look like it's the 19 coming up behind you, so you couldn't ask for a better drafting partner there.
I know I always rooted for Rick when he was racing here and when I was broadcast. I think he finally got that win in Chicago, if I remember.
He definitely did. You've actually got the 5 truck behind you right now, though. Reinert's down in the Hot Wheels truck on the inside.
Yeah, I saw his name on my relative, but I didn't know if it was behind me, and I was actually looking for the Bush truck. That's a paint scheme. I remember him running in the K&N and in truck, but I guess he's switching.
I'm going to drop back there, take a look at Hal. It looked like he was falling back to that second group, but they might still be just a tad bit behind him. This second group they're all in line, so I'm not sure that they're real bad off pace right now, but they've fallen.
They might be holding back.
They've fallen quite a bit off that lead pack up there that you're in.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be on purpose. Because again, I know some of the names you've mentioned in that second group. I know their strategy is to stay in the back of the field for the beginning portion of this race, as we get an amazing run down the backstretch. And is he going to go to the bottom? No, he actually sticks with us on the top. Good on him.
I know that's a pretty popular strategy, but the only time that strategy ever works is if you get cautions. And I can remember a cup race here last season where we went green flag the whole way.
Oh, I remember that race too. I think I was up in the admin booth for it, though. I think you wound up. Did you wind up winning that? I can't remember who wound up.
No, I won the truck race last season. I'm thinking it was it may have been Thorndike, James Thorndike, that won it. It was either him or Mason Weitzel.
I think it was Mason.
I know it was one or the other. John and I were working together, and Mason and Thorndike and I think it was Garrett Robinson were working together as well.
Ooh, that was
close.
Nice situation. Who was that? That was Moody there.
That's Moody in the 88 truck. Again, he was one of them that was running with that backpack, and I'm surprised to see him. Here's your first caution right here, and it looks like
that was on me.
It.
That was on me right there. So, Wesley, if you're watching this, I apologize for that. I got into your back quarter panel. There's Nick.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at it here, pull up the instant replay. Yeah, it looks like you're just rubbing them a little too much here in that corner. And it don't take much here, does it?
No, that's for sure. I mean, I wasn't even trying to bump draft him. I guess I just got his quarter panel.
Yeah, it looks like the 33 of Garrett Robinson got caught in it at the last minute. That's tough, but that's what the fast repairs are for.
I see a lot of guys got tore up in that one, and like I said, that's just my bad there. I wasn't even trying there, but just how that happens at Daytona sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you what, it worked out for that second pack.
Well, yeah, there you go.
The only time that hurts you when you drop back like that is if that thing goes green, but man, as soon as something like that happens, you look like a genius.
You jinxed it because you mentioned it.
I get a little nervous when I'm running back there and we run, 15 and 20 laps on a plate track and there's no caution, because that thing goes green and your whole strategy of holding back just costs you an entire race.
Probably if I got damaged, because I don't know how my truck's looking. I think I might have a little bit
of. Let me find you here and jump on your truck and take a look.
Because I know I went for a spin. I don't know how big of a spin.
I'll tell you what, if you got damage, it isn't very much.
That's good. We'll keep it. I'll save that fast repair and jump right back out.
4 in front of you is not as fortunate. His has been up pretty good, but if I were you, I'd probably save the fast repair and let them do the little bit of repairs they're going to do to it.
Not even any optional. We are gold. Actually, with that, as unfortunate as that caution is, that's perfect timing, because now we're good to the end on field. Because we got 37 to go, so it'll be very tight, but we should be able to make it.
Yeah, it looks like the 7 of Nick Smith is going to win the race off of pit road here. Good job to Nick and his crew. His crew did an awesome job getting him out of there quick. Alan Piazza in the 61 is going to come out behind him. We have a couple that no, I had to order right. iRacing was slow to respond to it.
Yep.
My order was correct though.
It looks like I lost a few positions, but when we double back up, I'll be similar to where we started.
All right, we're on our first caution of the night. We have had 7 lead changes. So that's been, actually that's not too terrible for 18 laps of racing there. 7 lead changes isn't a whole lot.
What's the record? I think it's like 36 still?
Yeah, I think it is 36.
Remember, I kept like a, excuse me, still have a little bit of cough, a stats page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were the statistics man when it come to that stuff.
I gotta email that over to you. That's got it for the cup, the truck, and everything.
It's good to see we got 9 people watching the broadcast now. Want to pick a driver of the day? Looks like we have one that's already picked. Garrett, they say go Garrett, so I'm going to assume that's Garrett Helmlinger, but they may be talking about Garrett Robinson also because we do have 2 Garretts in here tonight, so we may have to confirm which one that is. We haven't done a driver of the day since last season. I'm pretty familiar with that award, though. I received it quite a few times. Matt could probably tell you how many I got it. It was quite a few over 2 seasons.
Yeah, that is for sure. I think the number sits somewhere around 13, actually. Also, Robert Oddie wondering if he's giving people waiver rounds, apparently.
Yeah, he can go ahead and give people a waiver round. It's just a shootout. During the regular season, we won't do that, but he can do it tonight.
And now they've got a problem because they're just waiting Wesley around 12.
Now they have to have Wesley pull over and give one of the laps back and then give him an EOL and put him in the back so he's not ahead of the pack.
Well, what he can do is he can pull down pit lane.
Right.
If he pulls down pit, but we're on 1 degree now, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a very, very interesting reason. Also, this 14 should get the memo that he's on the outside. Yep, there he is.
He's getting it up there now. Well, Matt, you were able to stay in the top 8 there, so.
Yeah, I got lucky there. A little too lucky.
Get on our leader, that's 7 and Nick Smith for this restart. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that pack of drivers that were working together in that second pack drop back to the second pack again, or if they stay up front.
Yeah, I think right now they might stay up front. I'm not sure. It should be interesting to watch. Like, I know one thing's for certain. I'm not going to try to bump traffic.
Yeah, these trucks are a little weird. If you don't have it squared up and you bump them, it can definitely turn them in a hurry.
Yeah, I know the cup cars get like that. I'm surprised the trucks do, but in a way, I'm not surprised. A little bit of a check up there. Now, I don't know if it was smart, but I didn't take tires on that pit stop. So.
You don't need tires in Daytona.
Yeah, but I did go for a spin.
All right, get dialed in. You're back on the green flag here.
Full set.
A little bit of shuffling going around towards the middle of the back. Yeah, there. That's pretty. Oh, getting up to speed here. You call 200 miles an hour.
It depends on your definition. I like Garrett's paint scheme. Very nice.
The calm for me is when we're not 3 or 4 wide. Oh, we got one stuck in the middle up front now. This is interesting. You're on the bottom of that 3 wide, so be careful and hold your line. I'll let you know when you're clear. like the 61 had kind of thought better of it and then dropped back a little bit. You're all clear.
Yeah, now I know I did exactly what I was just complaining about maybe about 5 minutes ago, but in my defense, I had no.
Yeah, you didn't really have nowhere to go. The 61 thought better of it and backed out of it there.
Yeah, plus I got faith in these guys. Like you said, 2 seasons broadcasting of them. I know all these guys. I know they're not going to do anything. So I know that wasn't going to end with a crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're usually good about working through that.
I give credit to Garrett though. He saw that hole and he made it work.
We got a pretty decent field here in the trucks tonight. I'm really happy to see that.
Though the byproduct of that was letting Robbie hook up with his teammate there, so that's going to be a hard one to break.
Yeah, I'm taking a look, and we're kind of starting to get that second pack going again. Cal Amy's back there leading it. He's got Wesley in the 74 on his bumper. They're kind of working 2 by 2 now, though. They're not really working together lined up in a line. So I think they might just be kind of fooling around and dropping back a little bit.
Yeah, we're still fairly early into this race. About 20 laps to go, a little bit over 20 laps to go, I think. So I can see that.
Yeah, they're getting in line now, so I don't think they want to fall too far off there and get out halfway in this race.
Yeah, I wouldn't fall too far back, but I wouldn't stay necessarily, well, if I was in their group at least, I wouldn't stay necessarily right.
I'd say we'll get about 45 in it before business really starts picking up. But
one thing I'm going to be interested to see is how other drivers play the fuel game. I know what my strategy is. I don't want to say it because other guys might be, but it'll be interesting to see how they play it.
I see that 33 of Garrett Robinson didn't waste no time working his way back up towards the front. He just moved to that high line and he's going to go for the lead.
He's going to get it too. There we go.
And right back to the bottom.
I'm not surprised by that. Garrett knows how to work the super speedways pretty good, so seeing him up at the front knows.
Yeah, he's pretty good about manipulating the draft, but I'll tell you, that 44 on the outside was strong here last night, won the K&M race, and he's looking pretty solid up here tonight in the truck.
Well, his teammate just ditched him. That's going to be an interesting team meeting after the race.
He's got a 14 truck that's pretty hungry. And I know the history of the 14 trucks here. They're pretty good.
Yeah, and well, that 14 truck's a little bit displeased with Robbie. I think they might have made contact or something, but there were a little bit of anger on the radio.
And now's not the time to be angry. This is the time you work together. You got to figure your alliances out before laps. Or do you need to start figuring out your alliances and who your friends are?
I'm saying more for the end of the race. I'm saying I think Robbie should not expect him to, work with him. Maybe he's going to try and step out and make his own way. Because you get drivers sometimes that work with you, push you to the end, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that group of drivers I seen drop back before thought they might do it now, and they're not. They're right up here with you guys in this lead pack. So
surprised to see Garrett go back to the top. Guess he's trying to go for the lead again. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, other than what you guys got going on up front, everything looks like it's 2 by 2, and nobody's getting really impatient with the 61, moving around a little more than anyone else at this moment. So it looks like a pretty calm, normal race right now.
Calm is an interesting word, but normal definitely.
I'm calm. Like I said, when I'm in that thing, I'm calm until we get 3-4 wide, and then things start to get a little dicey and get about. Oh, there's your wreck right up there.
I think I'm at. Yep. Oh dear. Yep. This gone bad. Hold it. Aha. Crap.
Well, you still have a fast repair left.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm gonna have an engine left.
Trying to take a look at what happened here.
I was about to say, I don't think I'm making the fast repair, and then well it kind of went on.
Looked like the 33 Garrett Robinson got down on that apron a little bit and got into the 5 truck and sent him up there into Jeff Martin in the 14. So that's just unfortunate for some guys that got caught up in that one.
Hey, that's hard racing. You know how it goes. Can't say I'm surprised though. The way we've been racing, but definitely fun to race. Hopefully my engine holds out because it is not looking. Cause it was kind of funny.
Unfortunately, I've been on the wrong side of that too many times. So
yeah, it was kind of funny. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. I might get some damage, but then it went from, oh, there goes Alan, and then I got into the 7, and it was really on.
well, hopefully nobody's going to be out over that. You know, the people that got caught up in it have a fast repair left that they didn't use it before, so maybe they'll be all right here.
That first round.
Well, this is pretty interesting. I watch everybody head to pit road, and at 44, our leader, Robbiati, just stays out.
Well, if he wasn't caught up in the wreck, he should be able to make it on fuel. I can see his strategy.
He did it.
I can't say I agree with it. I would take some extra fuel just as a little bit of reserve, especially if everyone else is pitting. But I can see it.
Well, tires aren't a big deal here. We know that these plate tracks aren't real hard on tires. So you can, in fact, a 55 lap race, I probably wouldn't take a tire on my truck. I'd probably take fuel one time.
Well, I haven't taken tires all night, but I probably should have.
Yeah, you don't. The truck don't really need it. The K&N car runs 50% fuel, so it needs it. And then the Cadillac tomorrow night, we're going to be at 50% fuel, and it'll need it too. But the truck at 100%, I think you can run it on, what, one fill up?
Yeah, one fill up depending on when the caution comes out. You get an early yellow, no. You get a mid-race yellow.
Well, if you fill up right now, you're going to get, you'll make it.
Oh, easily,
We're 30
easily.
30 of 55, so it'll go all the way now.
Yeah, I'm saying the caution earlier. That caution would have been a little bit dicey because we would have had about 2 laps reserve if you ran, mostly all out.
All right, we have. If we go for a driver of the day, Garrett Helmlinger's the only vote we've got so far. So if you got a driver that you want to pick for the driver of the day, put your vote right here in on the YouTube chat, and we will get them up in the booth for an interview afterwards. And if you stay tuned after the race tonight, we'll probably have at least another 30-minute podcast for you. So
I encourage everyone to vote for the 57 driver of the day.
I knew Matt was going to say that. I knew it. Now, we'll get a little podcast going for about 30 minutes afterwards. Gives people a good chance to meet the people behind the scenes here at WFO Racing League and to hear the drivers when they're outside of their element, which would be Daytona right now, and staring at the steering wheel of the truck.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I got to invest in a more comfortable That's my problem right now.
I chose... About this time last year, I think I finished my rig that I built for racing. And I'm going to tell you right now, that took my comfort from, when I'd sit here before. This is the desk I'm sitting at now, and people are going to laugh about this, but I have to say it because it's a very good story. This desk is the same desk I started sim racing on over 20 years ago. I'm not lying a bit, man. It is the same desk.
I believe it.
The chair obviously isn't the same. Unfortunately, these things don't hold up for 20 years, but the desk is the exact same one that I've been using for 20 years. I have modified it slightly to fit my triple screens on it over the years, but it's still the same desk. And when I built my rig last year and put it into use, I'm telling you, it was a night and day difference. Not just in the comfort level, but because I was more comfortable and it felt more like a regular a car or a race car would. It allowed me to be more competitive. Exactly. If you have more comfort, you can be more competitive.
I believe that. I believe that definitely.
So if there's any wives watching and your husband's racing and, you know, he's sitting straight up in a desk chair or something and he complains about his back and stuff, or that he's not comfortable after racing for an hour, you may want to let him go ahead and build a racing rig, whether he puts it in a spare room or the master bedroom even might be a good spot for it. But you may want to go ahead and let him do that.
Let him buy the Ricmotech motion rig, that $10,000. That thing's
wow, that'd be nice.
I got to use one of those at the New York Auto Show last year. It is one of the coolest things.
All right, we're looking at last night's winner in the K&N series, Mr. Robbie Gotti, in that 44 truck leading the field around, but no surprise that 77 of Garrett Helmlinger's hanging out there on the outside of that front row.
Yes, indeed. Tell you another good motion rig. I don't know who made this one. They had a demo booth at NJMP for the K&N race. This thing was like full motion, you know, side to side, up, down, and that was cool. I did it at LMP ones at Daytona, and you moved forward when you hit the brakes. It was like, wow.
Yeah, and we're tied up right now in the driver vote. We got one for Nick Smith and one for. Actually, we got two for Garrett Helmlinger, so we're not tied. Garrett Helmlinger is still leading the driver today.
Can I vote for Dave Moody?
And we are going green right here. Robbie Gotti showing the way. Garrett Helmlinger working that high side with Rick Reiner right on his bumper, so this high side might prevail here on this restart. Strong, pulls right out in front of the 44. But look at Moody in the 88. Matt's pick for driver of the day, sitting in the third position and pulling up there to give that 44 a shove. And these two are trying to go right back to the front.
Let's go, Dave.
David Moody looking strong, giving that 44 a shove right to the front of the field. That 88 on the bottom is pulling right up back behind that 44 and almost has the 77 clear. Wow, this is some good racing up front right now. Garrett Helmlinger in the 77 caught in the middle. Business is picking up on lap 34 here. Helmlinger finally dives it back down to the bottom. We got Helmlinger working the bottom. Outside of him, we got Rick Reiner in the 19. Robbie Gotti's falling back to third now in the 44 truck. And there's some bumping and some pushing going on up there, but these guys are, they want to lead.
Hey, you can't blame them. We're running out of time in this race.
Yeah, we got 21 laps to go right now. Mark Love, I don't think he knows what lane he wants to be in yet. He's trying to see which one goes. There goes Oddie working the high side. We got a truck in the wall.
Yeah, we had two in the wall there. That 45 got it.
Yeah, we got two in the wall. We got Rick Reiner working the back of the 44 and pushing them right to the front.
I'm going to try and work this to my advantage here. Jeff Martin going to come up to the front.
Four trucks trying to break out into, wow, what a move by Rick Reiner in the 19. He pushed Robbie Oddie past Garrett Helmlinger and clear and dove right to the bottom and went right around Robbie Oddie. What a move by Rick Reiner. Tell you what, if you just tuned in, you are seeing a race right here at WFO Racing League. Oh, we got a little action back there, and there's the wreck.
I'm out. Maybe not.
Oh, I hated to see that. We had some really good racing going on, but we're going to try to get an instant replay so we can show show our viewers what happened here. Looked like it was a little action with the 55 truck. 61 in the 55, 61 rubbed them and got outside of them, and they made a little contact. And I think Netcode even had something to play there too. Netcode might have had a little say in that one as well. But
yeah,
wow,
I don't know.
Lot of good trucks tore up in this one. You really hate to see that, especially, you know, getting down into 20 to go in the race. You really hate to see that kind of stuff.
I wish we had two fast repairs. I'd be still in this thing. Actually, I wish I had Alan Piazza that was a little bit further back because I would have been.
We had us a race going on up front, though, before that happened. Rick Reiner showing as a leader right now. He went up there. I don't know if he made any friends after he hung Adi out like that, but he definitely got up there. And while we're under caution here, I invite everybody one more time to vote for your favorite driver for Driver of the Day. Make sure if you're in here watching the broadcast that you like the broadcast and maybe give WFO a subscribe. We're going to bring a lot of these races your way this season, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
That is for sure.
Listen to our podcast. I know some nights we'll be able to get Matt Egan, which is American Sim Network, so let's not forget about him. Go over to his channel, give him a subscribe as well. Like his races. What all are you doing now, Matt? You're doing AMS and you're doing loose lug nuts?
Yes, sir.
And we always have Matt Egan over here, at least during 1 or 2 nights of our racing, which is awesome. Matt's been here since the beginning of WFO, so always good to have you over here.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere. I'll be either on track or up in here with. I'm hoping next week with Daytona, or whenever you guys start your season. I'm guessing next week or something like that.
Absolutely.
That I don't have a race like this, because I was doing good, and then, man, I'm watching the replay now. It's like if I was a few car lengths back of Alan Piazza, I would have been fine.
So does that mean that you're out of fast repairs, or?
Yeah, no, we're toast.
Hate to hear that.
Yeah, I had to use the fast repair on the caution before this, and then I got into Alan Piazza, and for a second I thought, okay, well, it's not too bad, and then I saw the smoke coming out of the back of the truck, and I was like, oh yeah, there's no.
All right, so driver of the day as it goes so far, we have 2 votes for Mr. Garrett Helmlinger, and we have 1 vote for Nick Smith. So anyone wants to vote for their driver, get on here and do it.
On the upshot, me crashing out of the race means my microphone quality probably has just improved significantly.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting being in the booth. I got to do it a few times last season and last night and then tonight for the tune-up, to get ready for the regular season. I'm going to tell you, I'm starting to like it, man.
Yeah, well, hey, you're good at it. I saw you do it last season with the Cup Series and stuff like that. You're definitely pretty good at it, so it should be fun to watch you do it.
Well, I'll learn along the way. I mean, you know that. Once you get started, you start figuring out your replays and stuff like that, and you learn as you go.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I look back at some of my older races, I'm like, man, I did that,
Yeah, exactly, and I'm sure I'll do the same thing, but I talked with Jason Allison at the end of last season, and I thought he might be able to get some overlays done, but I haven't heard anything, so I probably need to message him about overlays, because we're gonna change these overlays and get some better overlays.
I'll give you the ASN one to just scrub off the ASN logo.
That might actually work, Matt. That's something we'll definitely talk about.
Take some white out. But yeah, Jason Allison's a great guy. He actually did the ASN overlays about 2017, so almost 2 years ago. Actually, yeah, about 2 years ago. We had him done in January, so.
Yeah, he told me he had been extremely busy, so I figured that he's just been busy and hasn't, had a chance to get to him. But we'll get him, so our viewers are going to see that change throughout the season. But it's going to be for the better. Anything that changes it is the better.
Right now, looking at this race, looks like they're doubling up. Excuse me again. For this really nasty cough for about a week now, so it's been really fun.
My allergies have been bothering me too, so if you hear me coughing every once in a while, that's why. I'll tell you, Matt, if I had to take a pick right now, I'm going to go with the 77 truck, Garrett Helmlinger. That truck has been solid all night long.
I agree with you completely. Garrett Helmlinger, definitely a solid pick, but I'm going to go with Dave Moody because I really like that paint scheme, and just because Dave's a great guy, so I'm going with Dave Moody.
There's a pick for Moody, and You can't go wrong there. Moody, to me, is the most improved, the fastest improved driver that I've seen in WFO racing.
Yeah, without a doubt, he has made, even in the season that he raced in K&N and stuff when I broadcasted.
Well, he come in midway through the season last season, and when he come in to here, he was brand new to iRacing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he just bought a steering wheel and pedals. He was brand new.
Yeah, didn't Greg get him into iRacing, if I remember correctly?
Actually, Steve Blankenship.
I was close.
It's close, but yeah, Steve Blankenship brought him in. I believe they worked together.
I think so.
So it's really awesome to see the improvement that 88 made, and seeing him up here in running fourth in this race is really a testament to how far he's come.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, it's always great to see that kind of thing happen. The driver go from midfield to front of the field. It's very fun to watch. It'll be very fun to see him get his first win.
And we're getting ready for a restart. Pace car is dropping down right now. Rick Reiner in the 19 is going to lead the truck.
Oh, he got a bad start.
Reiner didn't go, and the 44 looks like he gave him a shot in the bumper. Unfortunately,
he did.
That knocked his bumper in just a little bit.
Yeah, that was one driver saying, well, let me wait, and then the other one saying, let's go, let's go.
Wow. I see some pretty aggressive moves going on midfield there as well.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of anger, I think, over that restart from someone.
Adi's got a lot of movement back there, running for second.
He's very aggressive, and there's going to be a wreck.
We have one.
Oh, that's Hal Amy.
He got all the way.
Robinson's going to go around.
Oh, I thought Garrett had it saved. Robinson
into Amy. They both go around. No caution.
I thought them guys had it saved there. No caution, and that's unfortunate for both those drivers.
And that's going to be Hal's truck tore up, so
yeah, we're gonna
hopefully not too bad.
We're gonna jump back on this race up front. We got the 77 lead, the 88 on the outside going for the lead
with the 44.
With the 44 behind him. Good pick, Matt. That 88's coming on strong.
I'm telling you, Dave Moody's got this one. Garrett Hemling is going to be good competition. I remember his one and only win so far has come at Talladega in the trucks. So
you're absolutely right. Last season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I believe so, and I believe
it was last season.
That.
And I'll tell you right now, I still feel good about my pick because he's got that 19 of Rick Reiner behind him.
Yeah, that is true too. He's got some good help. And he's got the entire bottom line. You got two trucks up there, and like I said, that two-car tandem, it doesn't really work as well as it used to a few years ago, especially with the old truck. You could really make that work. It's a lot harder to pull off now. Not saying it can't be done, of course, just a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, this new truck you can't push with as well. I noticed that. It gets it out of shape. And the other thing, a lot of people don't realize this, but these trucks overheat relatively quickly.
Oh, no!
Oh, we got contact. John Cena in 86 just flew to the bottom.
That was Robert Audi. Robert went 3 wide there with Dave Moody. You can actually see the damage to Moody quarter panel, and that Moody kind of used who was that, Senu, you said, as a wall.
Yeah, we're going to get back there, take a look at the 88, and I see it right above that left rear tire. Man, business is really picking up. There's 13 laps to go, and these guys are getting racy.
Oh,
more contact.
There it is.
There's the caution.
That's going to be a big one. A lot of those guys don't have fast repairs. I don't know if Dave Moody does. I know Robert Adi's definitely used his. Brian Jones probably has. Jeff Martin has because he got caught up in that last one. So Martin's
going to take a look at this replay here. This looked like a pretty nasty one, and unfortunately, that's probably going to be the end of the night for some of these drivers.
I think for most of those drivers, that's going to be the end of the night. And I hate to say it, I think that's just a byproduct of aggressive racing. It's
a byproduct of racing, period. I mean, Adi had a great run. He wanted to give the 88 a shove. He wasn't trying to wreck him. He was just trying to do it Daytona style. And
yeah, of course. Bump drafting is a part of racing at the super speedways.
Unfortunately, that's the package that we have right now.
Yeah, that was a hard shunt, and it just really upset that 88's truck.
I'm pretty sure it ruined a few trucks. I'm pretty sure it finished off and ruined a few trucks' night.
I think we're going to need to put a new catch fence up.
Meanwhile, though, I'm still sticking with my pick, that 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, still up front in this field. He just, on these plate tracks, Garrett knows how to race them.
How many trucks have we got left?
We don't have very many. No, I think we're going to have a few. Garrett survived it. Rick Reinert survived it. Nick Smith in the 7, don't count him out. He's still in this thing, too.
Yeah, Ruark's still in it. Nick Gardner, he's got heavy damage, but he's still running. Well, I got to change my pick because I think my pick might very well be out of it, unfortunately. So I'm going to go with Wesley Whitfield. Like I said, I watch him on Saturday nights. I watch him on Thursday nights.
Pick.
He's a great driver. He knows what to do in these trucks. Let's see if he can make it happen here at Daytona. He's going to have to get some friends, though. Hasn't really had a lot of help here.
Well, unfortunately, it's hard to make a pick over here because there's so many guys that are capable of winning. And I go through that list and just looking at trucks that are still in here. And I can tell you that the 77 obviously showed how strong he was when he won Talladega, but that 19 truck is no slouch nowhere. Rick Reinert has shown speed at every track he's been to over here at WFO in the truck, and he is definitely one to watch out for. But you can pick any one of them in the top 4 there. Nick Smith, John Sanu. There's just great racers over here, so it's really hard to pick one winner.
Yeah, Rick Reinhardt, always a great pick too. The only reason I don't necessarily pick him is because every time I wound up picking him in the past, he always wound up getting involved in some kind of last lap crash that usually never his own doing, but always found himself in it. So I don't want to jinx him. I want to let him get that win, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. We're going to take a look at our race summary real quick. Completed 44 laps, have 11 remaining, 17 lead changes, so business is picked up in the second half of this race for sure. We're on caution.
We're getting up on that record.
Caution number 4 right now. So really, 55-lap race, 4 cautions isn't terrible. These guys have definitely got to do some green flag racing tonight.
Yeah, 4 cautions for Daytona. That's, I'd say, pretty standard.
Take a look at our top 5 right now. Of course, Garrett Helmlinger in the 77 leading the field. Second place, we got Rick Reinert in the number 19 Hot Wheels machine. Third place, we got Nick Smith in the number 7 truck. He's in that Toyota tonight. I believe he's got
he is.
Toyota on it. Then we got Wesley Whitfield in the number 74 machine. And is it Greg Rourke in 5th?
Yeah, no, 5th. It'll be 5th when they cycle around. But he's got nose damage.
Yeah, I don't know why my standings isn't showing it. It shows 5th and is blank for the name, so.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. I have that happen when I look through the results sometimes. I'm like, well, that ain't right.
Yeah, we've kind of been talking through the cautions here, so figured to give the people watching a little bit of something. Hal Jr. said he turned on the broadcast to hear his dad was wrecked and light a cigarette and breathe.
There you go. When is Hal going to get out here and race? I've been waiting for that. I was waiting all first season, all second season. I want to see him get out here.
I don't know. We'll have to see if he'll type it in Discord or in YouTube there if he's still watching, but maybe we can get Junior in for one of these. I'll tell you what, the Cadillac, Rourke and I, when we decided to start that series and run it on Thursday night, we elected that it's a free car, so we're going to do free racetracks, man.
That is a perfect setup because then you'll get a bunch of new drivers.
Anybody coming into iRacing, you know, they may have just got their wheel and pedal like Moody did last season, and they don't have all the contents and the racetracks and stuff, can come and race a whole season with us, not spend any money on a car or track, just get their iRacing, and come spend a whole season with us, get great experience from a bunch of experienced veterans in here racing, and really I think it would be a good experience for them to join iRacing, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, and it is a good thing that you guys are running that series. I hope it goes very well for y'all.
We wanted to do something different because, you know, we're always trying to come up and create different things here, and this league has always been based off helping new drivers have a good experience on iRacing. And I want to continue that tradition, and I don't think that there's a better way to do it than a free race car on free racetracks.
I agree with you 100%. Speaking of having a good time on iRacing, while shining a spotlight on, how about the 86 of John Senu? Well, he's down pit road, but he was running right there up in the top 5 in that last run. Doesn't have any damage. He's got to get back out there. We're on 1 to green. Started 14th up to 7th. He has a chance to win this. So let's go with that Lego truck. He's looking pretty good right about now.
Hal Jr. says when he's done being lazy and gets his iRacing subscription renewed, he'll come racing with us.
There you go.
All right, one more time before this thing's over. Get your vote in for Driver of the Day. We got Garrett Helmlinger not only leading the race, but leading the Driver of the Day vote. So if you haven't voted, get your vote in for Driver of the Day. Let's get them counted up. Nick Smith has 1. I think Helmlinger has 2. So those are the only 2 drivers with votes right now. If you're watching the broadcast, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be here every week bringing this to you, the live racing action at WFO Racing League. Maybe half the time or more, I'll be able to get Matt Egan in the booth with me, and most of you are familiar with him from running the ASN broadcast for us the last 2 seasons.
Well, I'll try to be here when I can. One thing I want to mention real quick before we go green, is it just me or does Greg Ruark, when you hear him talk, sounds like Andy Petrie from ESPN?
I think he does have a little bit of Petrie in him when he talks, but he's a good one to have up here in the booth. Greg is an experienced NASCAR guy in real life. And
yeah.
He's got the voice for it, the demeanor, everything about him. And we're back to green here in Daytona.
Yep. About to say, took the words right out of my mouth. We are racing again, and look at Garrett Robinson. He caught right back. Oh, man, he got into the back end of John Senu there.
Looks like he's coming through that field aggressively and in a hurry. That boy's on a mission.
He was up at full speed when they took the green because he was trying to catch up to the field. So he had a good time in there.
We got some of these trucks. Greg Rourke still in this thing. I know he's got damage on it, but he's got Garrett Robinson on his rear bumper, and they're looking to do something here with less than 10 laps to go.
Well, everyone's pretty much in these little 2-car trains right now. Nobody's working, again, look at the front of the field. Nobody's working in bigger than 2-car groups.
I'm watching it 2 by 2. The only four of the trucks that don't look like they got a lot of damage, along with the 45 out there on that outside. I'll tell you what, he might be the dark horse in this thing, pushing that outside line. That might give Rick Reinhardt and Wesley Whitfield the opportunity to get to the front here.
Yeah, Brian Jones doing a really nice job. I haven't really mentioned him tonight, but he's kept his nose out of trouble and everything, and now he's in good spot to have a good finish.
That 77 is strong. He's got Nick Smith in the 7 on his bumper. Those two have been working well together, and don't speak, but here comes that 19 Hot Wheels truck right to the front. Rick Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm so used to seeing him in that Busch car. It's very weird to see him in that new Hot Wheels car, but it looks just as good.
Oh, boy, a little bit of rubbing there between that 19 and 74. Almost upset him. Give the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger another chance in the front.
Well, if they had a caution right now, they'd have one more shot at a restart, but next time by, that'll be it.
Oh, Matt, look at that. That 45 that was given that outside line the opportunity to get around for the lead there is now dropped to the bottom, and he's pushing on the back of Nick Smith.
I think he's going to go wherever they're going faster. He wants to get to the front of the field.
I think they all do now, and business really going to pick up. We're 50 at 55, but these guys have got to the point where they're going to have to get single file before somebody can get a run and make another move on that outside.
Now, this is that 45's first race, yeah? Or did he run last time?
It may be.
Because I know he didn't run last season.
I got to actually look and see who's in that truck, Matt.
That's Brian Jones.
Brian Jones' first race in WFO Racing.
What a race it would be if he can wind up in victory lane.
Oh, absolutely. It's good to see him up there, and he's been the dark horse. Like I said, which line? Let's go into the front there. I mean, when he went with the outside line and give Reinhardt an opportunity, but contact between Reinhardt and the 74 upset Reinhardt's truck, and that put the 77 and Garrett Helmlinger right back up front. But I'm going to tell you, watching this thing, I'm going with my original vote, that 77 to Garrett Helmlinger.
Yeah, he's held strong so far. I'm wondering what's happening with Whitfield and Reinhardt. They are falling well off the pace. I can't imagine that's a strategy.
Yeah, driving these trucks, I think you know it as well as I do. It's not just about driving it out the windshield. It's about driving it out the mirror. And Garrett Helmlinger seems to have that figured out real well. I've raced with him through 2 different leagues and plenty of plate races, and he is without a doubt one of the best plate racers I've seen.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He knows how to make it work. Again, he did great at Talladega last season, getting that first win. Looking for win number 2. I know this wouldn't be a points-paying win, but it'd be a money-paying win, and that's probably a little bit sweeter.
4 laps to go. We got the 74-19 drafted right back up. That 74 is taking a look on the high side.
Yeah, well, here comes Brian Jones. That jalopnik truck.
He took it on the high side, but the 74 is not going to go with him, and he's going to go to the back here. That's the chance you take when you get a run and you drop out there by yourself. That is the chance you take that somebody's going to go with you, and unfortunately,
and you hate to see that, because that means he's shot himself in the foot. He's effectively out of it.
If I'm the 74, though, I'm not going to be pushing real hard on the 7's bumper right here. I'm actually going to lay back to the 19's bumper. And I'm going to lay back to his bumper and get a good run on those first 2 trucks. And I'm going to hope and pray that the 19 and 45 go with me when I make my way on the high side.
Yeah, speaking of that 74 truck, right now, going to have 2 laps to do it. I'm going to say 2 laps is too many, but Rick Reinhardt jumps to the top.
He's got a little bit of run on the 3rd place truck there of Wesley, and he might get something going. That 45's been strong, and he's working with them, so those 2 might be able to work together and get up there and make some points here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. We got 2 more times around. Now, I'm waiting to see if Garrett Hemlinger maybe tries to jump to the top to stop their run, but it doesn't look like they've got enough of... I don't know.
We still got 3
toss.
3 trucks lining up on the bottom. I'm very impressed with the way that 45 can push, though. I mean, that's 2 trucks out there, not 3.
He's full out.
He's able to. He's been able to push that 19 and keep him up there in competition for that lead.
Yeah, he's all out right now.
All right, we're coming up right here. It is, Matt. 1 to go.
Lap
truck on the high side here. They clear him just fine.
I'm going to go with Rick Reinhardt might just win this race. Depends on where this lap truck goes. He's going to stay high.
There's the wreck.
No!
And the 19.
Well, that pretty much ends it.
Well, it's going to end it for those 2. And let's take a look here, but I believe that 77 is going to be your winner.
Yeah, they're not going to get, they're not formed up there.
Well, it's not over yet, though. You have the 7 and the 74 here, but the 74 won't get behind the 7.
Yeah, you got about truck length gap there, and that's going to end it.
They won't work together, and that's going to...
Garrett Hemlinger's going to win it.
Wesley Whitfield working the outside, and they just, if those 2 would have lined up, they would have had a shot, but it's the 77's going to win this thing.
Yeah, I knew when that wreck happened it was over, and Garrett Hemlinger effectively had won the race.
He won it.
And when they had that gap open up to about a truck length, that it was all over.
Well, I called it.
Garrett Hemlinger's. Yeah, you did.
I got it, and I hung with it, stuck with my vote. The 77 got the win, the $25 tonight. Congratulations to that whole team. It was what you expected Daytona, though. It definitely didn't disappoint.
Yeah, if you want to predict next week's lottery numbers, too, that would be great.
That's okay. I'm going to stay out of the lottery predictions right now, and we're just going to stick with the race predictions. I got it wrong last night, but I got it right tonight, so it's kind of one of those things. But how could that 77, with the way he's been in the truck at the drafting tracks, be a bad pick anyway, right?
Yeah, no, he's 2 for 2 on the super speedway races, because Talladega was the last super speedway race we did.
Well, let me see if I can find him at Discord here, so we can get him up here for an interview. And that was his teammate Nick Smith that stayed behind him. So
yeah. Well, that's why
Garrett Helmlinger, you are in the broadcast booth here with Vern Bradley and Matt Egan. You got a copy, buddy?
Hello.
Awesome job tonight. That 77 truck was strong. You looked like you was up front all night long without a problem. How'd it feel out there?
This is the fastest truck I've ever driven here. I was scared the whole time because I was thinking, oh man, Something's gonna get me. This thing's too fast, but it worked out perfectly. My teammate Nick helped me through the whole time there at the end.
I noticed that. I seen that 7 glued to you at the end there, and that really helped you so that 74 couldn't get a run after that last accident happened. So that you got to thank him as much as anyone right now, Garrett.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's all him. Oh, I couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah,
excellent way to kick off the season.
It sure is. $25 extra in your pocket tonight too, so that's not a bad thing either. But that's your winner of the Daytona Shootout here at WFO Racing League's Wicked Wednesday Truck Series. That's Garrett Helmlinger in the 77. Also, before we get you out of here, you won the Driver of the Day vote as well.
Oh, awesome.
So you got the fan vote, and you delivered it with the win.
Almost swept it. Mark got me by 1,000th.
Man, it was great. Just a great race, and watching that 77 get up there and do what it did. I'm sure we're probably going to see that another time or two at the plate tracks here, but definitely good luck to you this season on the championship run.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to the season ahead. Thank y'all for doing this.
All right, Garrett, we thank you. I'm going to get you moved down here back to your, what channel were you in down there that I took you from?
H&H.
Gotcha.
Team channel.
All right, that was Garrett Helmlinger, your winner. We're going to look, and we got Wesley Whitfield in here or not?
I don't believe so.
All right, if we don't got him. Yes, we do. He's down there in Southeast Motorsports, so let me get him up here.
Never mind, we do got him.
Wesley Whitfield driving that number 74. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Good run for you tonight. 74 truck was looking pretty strong. You just couldn't get no help there at the end. Tell us about it a little bit.
Yeah, well, I grazed the wall one time and had a little damage, and I had to stay behind somebody. But I had that side draft going coming to the line. I just couldn't pull it.
Yeah, it just looked like it wasn't quite enough for you. Them team trucks of the 7 and the 77 seem to be committed to each other pretty well there, making it difficult on you.
Yeah, well, I got one of them, but they were strong. It was really a good race. I had fun. Old Gardner Chevrolet was stroking tonight.
There you go. That's what it's all about, too. And that's what we want to see you do. Come over here and have fun. One more spot there, Wesley, and you'd have wrapped that win up, and it would have definitely been a good thing for us all to see. But, man, congratulations. Tough field tonight. And to come out of here second place has got to feel like a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah, it really does. Like I say, I worked for it, but it was a fun race, and I enjoyed it. Congrats to the...
All right. Thank you, Wesley. Matt, you want to go ahead and get Nick Smith up here and give him an interview?
Not a problem. Hopefully my coffin stays down.
I think you'd be all right.
I don't want to be hocking up a lung as I'm trying to talk to Nick.
All right, so we're going to get Matt Egan to pull our third-place driver, Nick Smith, up here, and Matt's going to handle the interview.
H&H Motorsports' own Nick Smith. You got a copy on me?
Yeah, how you doing?
Third place here at Daytona. Great run. I mean, probably hoping for that win, if not second place. But how'd you do? How'd that truck handle for you?
Oh, it was great. The win wasn't so important. I just wanted someone on our team to get a win. I thought I was going to have second for a little while, but it seemed like on that last lap, I was just happy to finish.
That last lap crash, when you made contact with that 19, you think you were going to go around there? I mean, that was a great save.
No doubt. I thought that was going to be it for me. When I managed to save it, managed to help Garrett get to that win. That's all that I could wish for.
All right. Excuse me. Anyone you want to thank? Sponsors, that kind of thing?
Just H&H Motorsports in general. Garrett, great teammate, good racer, and I think that's it.
10-4. By the way, really like that American Airlines truck you had tonight. Very nice looking paint scheme.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, my man. Good job on third place.
Yeah, congratulations there, Nick. Good seeing you come out and race tonight, and way to stick with your teammate there. That made all the difference on where you two finished tonight, and good job. We always like to see that kind of teamwork.
Thank you, Varen. Appreciate it. It's a pleasure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Nick Smith, driver of the number 7 truck tonight, and your third place finisher. We got the co-owner of WFO Racing League in the booth with us here. He's been in here for a little while, but he hasn't said anything, so I know he had a little bit of a tough night driving that 3 truck tonight, but we got Mr. Hal Amy in here. Hal, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing really good. I think the broadcast went well tonight. We'll have to get some people to watch it to let us know. Like and subscribe to the WFO channel. We're going to be bringing a lot of broadcasts your way this season, but Hal and I are pretty excited for our third season over here at WFO. At least I know I am. I think Hal is too, but we'll ask him.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good one.
Definitely an interesting race tonight. You had a pretty eventful one. From
Yeah.
what I could see, it was pretty eventful for you, and I know that you don't really like them to be that eventful. So,
No,
little
yeah,
rough for the 3 truck tonight.
it's the truck.
Yeah, the race overall, though, I think when you get a chance to look at it, was a really good race. I think it was lap 18 or 19 before you guys got your first caution out there. So
Oh, it was good. I mean, from where I was at, there was a lot of good stuff. But
I was happy, really happy with the car count tonight in the truck series, and I think that it's going to continue to grow. I'm really excited about the Cadillac series tomorrow night, and I think you already knew that. I've been excited about it since the first night that we recruited in that car.
yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I do too, and it's like I was telling Matt, it gives us a chance to take these new drivers that are thinking about joining iRacing. They can go ahead and pull the trigger, and they can come over here and race with WFO Racing League in a free race car on all free tracks all season long, 15 races. And I think that's a nice little tool to put out there for the recruiting. And we don't mind having new drivers over here with all of our veterans to teach them not just how to race, because I think that comes in people naturally, but kind of more like the racecraft and the racing etiquette that we use on iRacing. I think that
Yeah, and getting used to running around people and
exactly.
good group of guys to do that with. I mean, you ask them anything, they'll help you as much as they can.
Well, I can remember. Of course, I've been on iRacing since beta, so I remember when a lot of people started. But I remember Hal coming over through a mutual friend of ours, Streams, and I remember when you got iRacing, and it wasn't that long ago, Hal, and to see where you've come in this short a time has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's been an experience, but I've had a lot of good help. I've had people like you and, a lot of guys that's run, that's done this back when it was NASCAR. I didn't do that when that came out. This is the first race simulator I've ever done. But I've had a lot of guys that's been there help me out.
Well, we definitely appreciate everything you do, and I know a lot of it's more behind the scenes at WFO because you're like the guy that comes over here and busts his ass, but doesn't look for any rewards from it. And I thank you for everything that you've done, Hal, and I know everyone over here at WFO does. So we're
My
gonna
reward, my reward is all the guys having a good time, and having fun.
well, we're gonna keep plugging away at it, man. And I think together that we're gonna build. We've been building something great over here, and we're going to continue to make it something great for the people to come over here and race with. And that's what I'm committed to too. It's seeing the
Yep,
guys
for
over here
sure.
race,
For
but
sure, man.
be happy and know that they're over at a place where we're going to call it as fair as we can. We might make some calls that people think are questionable, but in the long run, we do it for the betterment of the league.
Exactly.
But I want to thank everyone for tuning in to our broadcast tonight. It's been a lot of fun. I want to thank Matt Egan for coming in here and joining me in the booth. I know you guys are used to him. You can check him out over at American Sim Network. Matt will
We'll be racing tomorrow night.
racing tomorrow night. There you go. We're going to be racing over here at WFO again too in the Cadillac series. It's going to be brand new for us and going to be a lot of fun. I know it is. So make sure you tune into that broadcast. It'll probably be up on the WFO link again. You might get a little bit different different view of it because I'm likely to be streaming it from my race car, but we're going to see.
Yeah, there you go. Always fun to watch.
Yeah, I hate to do that because I'm learning this a little bit better, and I didn't have any hiccups tonight, just so you guys know. And I turned my bit rate up a little bit, and it looks like the YouTube stream might have actually come out better. I have to rewatch it to see, but I think the stream had better quality to it tonight.
Well, from what I can see, it looks. I mean,
That's what I'm trying to do. I just want to get things cleared up. It looked like it was a little bit dirty to me in previous broadcasts, so this computer seems to be able to handle a little bit more, so we'll get it dialed up where the broadcast can look better. But we had good interaction with the crowd tonight. Driver of the day votes, Hal. We finally got a like on the broadcast, so that's good things, man.
that's good.
But we do want to thank everyone. I think I'll go ahead and leave it on for a little while, and we'll go down here to the main chat and do our normal 30-minute thing afterwards where we kind of get a little podcast going and have a little bit of fun so people can get to know, people watching and listening can get to know the guys from WFO.
Right.
That's a good idea. On that note, though, I'm going to head off because I got school tomorrow. So have a good night. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for letting me try and race. Unfortunately, I did get wrecked out, but hey, that's how it happens.
Yeah,
Thanks
we
for helping out, Matt.
hated to see it end for you, but you always feel right at home when you come up here in the booth. You do it like a professional, man, and we definitely appreciate it.
Oh, without a doubt, I love doing this league, so it'll be fun to hop in a few races this season. I couldn't quite do a full schedule because I'm going to be getting a job, real world job soon and everything like that, so it'd be hard to commit to a full season. But when I got the free time, I'll definitely be on.
Well, that sounds good, Matt. You have a good night, buddy.
You too. Peace out.
And Hal, I'll see you down here in the truck lobby.
All right.
33.
33.
33. I'm gonna try to watch this. See what I can
All
see.
right.
Was it the Lego car? What was the paint job?
It was
Yeah,
33.
33 drove by the entire field on that last restart.
He should know better. I mean, he's been around for a while. Done a lot.
Yeah, like I said, man, I was saving that truck all night. I just did a fast repair. I was like, I got a shot of this, and then all of a sudden, wham, nailed me.
See if you can find it.
I'm trying to look at like 18. Did he fall back after?
It was late in the race.
No.
Just go
It
to
was
number
the very last
33.
restart. It would have been 4 or 5 laps to go. If you
It's
go to the blimp
nice.
and pull up the 33 off the blimp and
Oh, I
follow
already
it on the
flipped it
restart.
out. I'm watching the live stream. To see that.
Minus 1922.
No, out.
That way to it.
You're actually out.
Yeah.
Yo, John.
48. The 48 truck hates restrictor plate racing.
John, if you have a problem after the podcast, talk to Vern.
Yeah, this would be something after podcast, not for this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch it, but I don't know.
Boys, I don't know this.
All
right, I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I might back out. I'll try to watch the thing tomorrow in school and see if I can catch it. Because
Yeah, like I said, just go. If you go to the last restart, it was like 4, 5, 6 laps, whatever it was. You could see it. I mean, it's just blatant, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it after school, I guess. If you guys save the replay, I'll try to overlook it and see if I can find
Yeah, and if worst case, you just pull it up off the YouTube broadcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to.
Alright, see you out.
Yes, yeah. I'm probably gonna go in like 10 minutes. But, so was it like 47 to go?
Alright, can we move on?
It's something like that.
Yeah.
So the last restart.
Hey, David, say something.
Because the camera angle is focused on.
Alex, just drop it, please.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, on the broadcast, you're not going to be able to choose cars, so you're going to be stuck with what they're showing. So you might not catch it that way.
I can see afterwards he gets in the 48.
Yeah, and then later on, he was following the 48 at the end when we were there, and Greg pulled down in front of me, and he went too, but I didn't turn my wheel.
Yeah, I just see right after the tri-oval, I just see it there, so.
Can we drop it?
I'm just trying to see what I could see. I was just trying to help John here.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a big deal. It's just practice race. I don't want to see something like that next week for sure.
You want to talk to him straight up?
Hey, David, you got your ears on?
Yeah.
I think he stepped away.
That's right. He was getting a cocktail.
There he is.
David, you had me a little nervous, man. I'm sorry. I usually don't call anybody out, but when you kept chopping down a little bit, I was like, David, easy, man, because you were side draft. I don't know if you call that side drafting or just rubbing paint.
He's like, you was nervous. You should have been driving.
Yeah, it was funny. Well, you were right. You were 1 row in front of me, so I saw it. I'm like, easy, David. Easy, David.
You would have been riding with him. I was nervous, too. I was shaking all over.
That was fun, though.
Well, that was an interesting race, how that went.
That was pretty good for the most part. I mean, it's just a lot of left-right. A lot of guys, I don't know if it's the offset or something, but a lot of...
It's the track. It was weird today. Like K&N cars.
Well, I think what it is, too, a lot of guys, when you see the car in front of you start to move to the right or left, you try to twitch real quick to stay right behind them, and I think that's where you get that snake effect.
It's literally just one car multiplies another car's like wiggle, and it just gets worse and worse on the back.
Biggest trick is to get behind somebody for a while, and hopefully they keep the same turn-in pattern and turn-out pattern. That's what I try to do. So if somebody's behind me, they have an idea when I'm turning in and out, so it stays a little smoother. And
it's the air it's probably the air because we're running wide pretty much the whole entire race. Then the outside line got some pretty good runs there, a couple of times. Like
I was pretty good. The suck up wasn't too bad either. I mean, you can get I messed around with a couple different lines and changing stuff out, and you can get a decent run, but. Just really with all the left right, I didn't feel comfortable. I thought about putting it 3 wide, and I was just like, nah, it's just too dicey.
Like I got shoved 3 wide, and I didn't like that. It was scary down the middle. I just had to hold my line as hard as I could. I was literally gripping the wheel with all my might. I was just holding on for dear life. I was just a passenger going down the middle. There was nothing else I could do. I was stuck. Oh boy, that was probably one of the scariest moments because I just grew over the whole entire rear of the field. That was bad.
It happens. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, so it happens. We're all gonna do that at one point or another, at one track or another. It just happens.
I just got pushed out of line, like Alex Bowman or whatever. Was out of line at the Taylor race? That was right.
Who's Alex Bowman?
Not
Cup car.
I know. I'm just.
Yeah, you either don't watch NASCAR or you're fucking with them.
I was like, wait a second.
Easy podcast, Mr. Roddy.
Yeah.
Hey, kids already went to bed.
No.
No, let me some in here.
What can I say? I'm only 14 and whatever.
You're only 14?
Yeah.
Dear sweet mother of God, I'm old.
All right, I'm going to go to bed now because I got to...
See ya, John. Oh, okay. Well,
I'll tell you, I will tell you this, though. I did just turn 50 last week, so...
Oh, God.
Robbie, how old are you? Like 17? 16?
Yeah, 17.
You guys have so much to learn about life yet. You have no idea.
I mean, enjoy it while it lasts. Only 13.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I just turned 13.
As you see, if you go to Discord, you could just see Brian sitting up in the general chat. He's just sitting up there by himself.
Does he not know? Has anybody got the ability to pull him down?
Yeah, I do.
I think I can't drag him down. I'm not even gonna try. Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Almost.
There he is.
Are you there, Brian?
I guess not.
He didn't want to talk to us no way.
Hey, Vern, what time are we starting Atlanta? Are we starting in morning or afternoon or when? What time of day are we going to run in Atlanta? Like morning? No. That's why I was asking you about morning. I didn't know.
Hey Vern, like I'm trying to save my money for V, so I'm not gonna buy like, and I'm probably gonna run the Cadillac series, but for all the tracks that I'm trying to think of something, trying to help you with the broadcasting situation here. I'm still thinking of how to do it. If the Cadillac has a different, it's just a new thought in my mind. I'm still, but like trying to help on the off season, like on some weeks that I don't race the K&N or don't have enough time to race the K&N or like the trucks, I might help with broadcasting then, and then
How do you not have
just
enough
race
time?
I know for like school tests, etc., etc.
But if you don't have enough time to race, how do you have enough time to broadcast that same race?
True.
I feel like this is a riddle.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm trying to think of it still. I'm trying to straighten it out. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Nation would be a great team.
Because I'm just thinking of like, I don't want to race like the K&Ns 1 week. I would broadcast the K&Ns that week and just race it in the Cadillacs. Or like the other way around. You don't want to race Cadillacs. Yeah. Yeah, you even. How do you even get those overlays up anyway? I have no idea.
The miss was pretty good. Yes, is what most ghost hunters get on camera. I don't know how it.
Yeah.
Just how they track.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I
dear
noticed
mother,
last
sweet
stream
Jesus.
you had the taskbar and top of the iRacing thing open. Yeah, I know. I saw that. So Cadillacs are tomorrow. Okay. How many laps? 50? 40? Yeah. I think those Cadillacs max out at like 1, I think.
Well, I can tell you right now, that setup for Atlanta, that son of a buck is loose.
That's very
That's
emphasized.
pretty loose.
Yeah,
that was with the K&N car. It was scary. No, I'm not worried about no damn restrictor plates. I'm gonna get wadded up anyway. I know how that's gonna end, so I'm just looking on by it.
Oh yeah, and there's.
How's that feel?
Yeah, how's that feel?
Yeah, Vern,
Nah. Yeah, I know. I love restrictor plate racing. I just never had no luck, but I have fun.
Yeah, Vern, if you ever want to race, take your in the booth. I don't have to race every single week. I'm only racing part time in all the series.
Ouch, you need to be able to do the overlays and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. True. He has to do that.
Well,
yeah.
Vern, I'll tell you what, I've got that ESPN Speed World overlay that I was working on with ATVO. Remember, I got it working. But I have to look and see if I can get it going. It's got WFO logos and everything on it. It's got built-in ticker, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you stream the video, but I.
Vern, I will broadcast.
Alright. Alright. Okay, because I don't have the best internet, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, exactly.
Vern, I'm hardwired, and I have no aspirations to race the Cadillac. So if you can hook me up with, if you can help me set up the broadcast, because I have two monitors, I have a Mac and my PC. I'll broadcast Cadillac so you guys can race.
I have two monitors too, so that would be.
I have no aspirations to race it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like mentally ill with fucking computers, so I'm gonna need a lot of help getting them set up.
Just hey, we could just go to private voice. Seriously.
Well, what can you just? You can the team viewer thing. What's that thing called?
What was it? Like
Yeah,
you
team
take
viewer.
control of someone else's computer.
You can do team viewer. You can set up a remote desktop.
Yeah, remote desktop. That's what I was thinking of. The kind of thing. Well, I'm gonna go. I have to go to bed since I have school and tests tomorrow and whatever. So, good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night,
night, man.
See you, brother. Good racing, man.
You
guys, in like a minute.
Yep.
Vern, you got a copy? Hey, quick question, because I haven't been around since the end of last season. Whatever happened with SK Modifieds? Are we not doing that anymore? Oh, yeah, I know. I did one or two with you guys with the lights out, and they're fun, for sure. Oh, I
Well,
look
they're
forward
good.
to doing it when I can. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I was gonna say the fast guy can't. Yeah, he can't. The fast guy's not gonna be able to hide his braking points. Well, and they're stable as all hell. You know.
Yeah, they're real sticky, aren't they? They stick pretty good.
Hey, Vern.
I agree.
So you need two monitors to do that, right?
Why does Audie's system sound like his wires are sizzling?
Yeah, sorry. Alright, but
that wouldn't surprise me.
So, but alright. So if I have a laptop and a PC, can those be the two monitors? Cause I can connect my PC to my laptop. Yeah, but I have a special extenders.
He can just run a DVI cable to it, and it'll act as a second screen.
Yeah, it has Windows. How long is it hard to like set up the broadcast?
Vern,
I went
this weekend. I'll poke around with that ESPN overlay I started with, and I'll see what I can get out of it. There's been updates to ATVO. It may not even work anymore. I don't know, but I'll see what I can get out of it.
Vern, when do you? Vern, when would you like to do this? Because I think I should broadcast tomorrow then, because now I can test my crap. You said 4? It's 10-4. I'll be right back.
Dude, I spent like 3 straight days working on those overlays, building them. Hell, I had to build them from. Dude, I had to build them from scratch. All I got was just basically the main graphics. And then I had to position all the text, position all the positions, and then encode them to get them to work. It was a nightmare. The only thing I didn't get working were the triggers for the green flag, yellow flag, white flag, and checkered flag. But I'm sure I can fiddle with them, probably get them working this weekend if it'll work. If I get to come up. Yeah, these were. Oh, it was rough. Yeah, this is the old school ESPN Speed World graphics, like what you was seeing around 99, 2000, but with just WFO logos. I think I had a test up on there. I don't know if it's still there or not. Probably not. It's been a while. I kind of. All right, boys, I got to take off. Yeah, I got an early meeting in the morning. I got to be at that. I got meetings held pretty well all day tomorrow, so I got to be up in there pretty early. Yep, y'all be cool.
Greg. Have a good one, man. And is that afternoon or late afternoon? No, I meant for Atlanta for the Can-Am coming up in a couple weeks that Greg was asking about. Afternoon, okay. Absolutely.
All right, iRacing, I'm going to stop the podcast for tonight. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. I see a few of you are left. Again, give us a like and a subscribe. We're going to be here every week for you, putting these races up. It's going to be a lot of fun this season at WFO. But I want to thank everybody. We had a great race tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.